Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips with CampusNation.com, the sports animal. We are live from Fairfield High School in the outskirts of Cincinnati, Ohio, for boys tournament high school basketball. We have the Harrison Wildcats versus the Wilmington Hurricane. And of course, as always, our sports broadcasts are brought to you by Bogart's Barbecue. Marty Bogard bringing you Hurricane sports all year long, and we've been joined by a few other sponsors for our tournament action. One of them is Route 73 Homes in Wilmington, Ohio, and Wilmington Savings Bank as well. And we've got some coupons to give away for free tanning and also Bogard's Barbecue. We've got Town & Country Salon tanning packages. They're worth $27.50 for 5 free tanning sessions, and you can get your tan on, get ready for prom, or just wanting to look golden brown like you, AJ.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm doing double duty today, so I'm going to handle the camera and I'm going to do some color. AJ will have your calls as far as play-by-play. We're going to be ready here in how many minutes? 11 minutes and 30 seconds for this game. I don't really know, obviously, what the outcome will be, but it's fairly good to say that Wilmington has a pretty easy pathway, at least until the district. Wright State University, when they may face what I would assume to be the Mason Comets.
Right.
And the other teams that are in the bracket with Wilmington, the best record probably in the highest seed would be Kings. We saw them earlier at the Scholastic play-by-play, and they got beat by Stivers, and Stivers had like a 10-10 record. It wasn't impressive at all. So I don't think that there's going to be much pushback from any of these teams in the first 3 games that Wilmington's going to face. And then, in all honesty, we saw Mason play Jerome the first game in the tip-off back in November, and I wasn't impressed with either one of those teams. Jerome, I think they're ranked 5 in their bracket, or their district up in Columbus, and Mason's the number 1 seed out of Cincinnati, and, I don't know why.
Right.
I think the strongest team out of Cincinnati besides Wilmington is LaSalle, and, I guess time will tell, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, the strongest team out of Cincinnati is LaSalle, but, you got to also look at Moeller, too. Moeller ranked number 5 in Division I right now in the state, so, but at the same time, Wilmington has that one loss, being 21-1 right now going into this tournament game.
And the highest-ranked team in Division I,
and the highest,
out of Cincinnati.
Yeah, which is number 3 in the state. And,
right.
Then you got Wayne at number 1 and Lima Senior at number 2, and Elder is at number 4 at 19-3 this year. So, I mean, you got Elder, Moeller, Wilmington, all in the Cincinnati area that are ranked in the top 5 in the state right now. So Cincinnati right now in the Division I,
Southwest
Ohio here in Division I is just, they're blowing everybody away, and you can see why when you've got talented teams like Wilmington and Mason and Wayne and Moeller. I mean, you got all these great teams, and Coach
almost got hit
with the ball.
Well, Wayne is the D1 defending champion, and I said last year in my prediction that I thought that Wayne or Wilmington, that the team that was going to win the state was coming out of the Southwest District. Obviously, we were correct, and I would say the very same thing right here tonight, that the best team in the state that will win the state championship will be one of the teams out of the Southwest.
Yeah.
So whether it's any of the Cincinnati teams, including Wilmington, or whether it's Wayne, the defending state champion, I think that's going to be your state champion. And obviously, I think Wilmington has a stronger, more balanced team this year than they did last year.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you lost one Cumberland, but you got another Cumberland still. You got Dylan Bogard. You've got you got guys like Chris Worley and Jeffrey Mansfield. You got all these guys on your team that gives you big playability. Just in a basketball, it's amazing to be able to have the talent that this Wilmington team has, and to be able to go out there and perform, and not just rely on one player. It is a 5-player game. Guys off the bench. The 6th man coming in all the time. Wilmington is just by far the most well-rounded team that I have seen this year when we were doing these high school basketball games.
And obviously there have been some games that we've been to that you haven't, but even when you're talking teams like Covcath, or you're talking even that Moeller team, and we've seen so many teams at the beginning of the season at Wilmington College when we did that tip-off, and there were 20 teams and 10 games. And then we saw the Scholastic play-by-play, where once again we saw teams like, the team that we may face, which is Kings.
Right.
And we saw, a very strong Wayne team, but I don't think they're unbeatable.
No.
And we played a very good Springfield team, and I think they're a dark horse. Last year, they beat Moeller after Moeller beat Wilmington, and I think Springfield is another dark horse. They have a player, I think he's a sophomore junior. He's 6'9", 320 pounds. Now, I know no one has seen that game because we've blocked all the Wilmington high school games, but obviously, as a reminder, all the tournament games will be on our site from the time, from the next day for 2 weeks. Then they have to be taken down, and they won't appear back on the site till later. But the point is that we've seen some really good basketball teams, but I'm sure I may be partial, I may be biased. I think this Wilmington team is the best team that I've seen of any teams play this year. Unioto, they have a good solid team. They're ranked number 2 in Division II, but they're still not a Wilmington. So, we've seen some really good teams this year.
Well, speaking of rankings here, we got the rankings right in front of us for Division I right now. Again, at number 10, Westerville South. Number 9, Garfield Heights. Number 8, Warren Harding. Number 7, Columbus Northland. Number 6, Gahanna Lincoln. Number 5, Moeller. 4, Elder. 3 is Wilmington. Number 2 is Lima Senior. And obviously, number 1 being the undefeated Wayne Warriors, who nearly, had one loss coming in this tournament, like we were doing the Scholastic play-by-play Classic. Me and you were both talking before we went on the air, and, Wayne almost lost that game, and they didn't really impress me that much. I don't know if that was because they were on the road or what was going on, but, like we were talking about, it just didn't seem like Wayne was Wayne last year. Wayne impressed me way more in a losing effort against Wilmington last season than what they did in a winning effort this season at the Scholastic Play-by-Play Classic.
Well, and of course we played Springfield the final away game, the final game of the season, and Springfield itself almost beat Wayne. I think they lost them by 3 points at Springfield. Now they got blown out at Wayne, but the bottom line is any team, including Wilmington, can be beat, in any night. And we saw that, of course, in districts last year, where Wilmington went into that game, and obviously we thought they were on a roll. We thought they were going to blow past Moeller because they beat them 15 points at home earlier in the year. Now, we thought maybe it wasn't going to be 15 points, but they ended up losing by 3. Very disappointing. They looked lethargic. They didn't even look like they wanted to win. Moeller, on the other hand, they looked like they wanted to win that game, and of course they did. So, hopefully Wilmington can learn from the past few times in district where they've been bounced out, and this year they can finish, and they'll more than likely be facing the Mason Comets, and like I said, I think that Wilmington and Mason, when you compare the two teams side by side, Wilmington is a better team.
Well, speaking of this Southwest District, we're in the Cincinnati 5 District. We've got 7 teams in this Fairfield sectional right now. Obviously, number 28, Harrison. Number 4, Wilmington. Number 13, Northwest. Number 14, Fairfield. Number 9, Kings. And number 18, Little Miami, followed by number 19, Princeton. The game schedules go as follow. Kicking things off in this Southwest sectional will be Harrison taking on Wilmington. Harrison 4-14 on the season. Wilmington 21-1 at 6 p.m. at Hamilton High School. Number 13, Northwest 14-5 taking on number 14, Fairfield 10-10. And later on this evening here from Fairfield High School at 8 p.m. approximately, number 9, Kings at 13-6 taking on number 18, Little Miami 15-5. The winners will advance to play on Tuesday, February the 23rd at 6 p.m. and 7:30 here at Fairfield High School. The winner between Wilmington and Harrison this afternoon will be taking on number 19, Princeton, and the winner of Northwest and Fairfield and Kings and Little Miami will play each other. And then We get the sectional final on Friday, February the 26th at 7:30 p.m. here from Fairfield High School. And the winner of that game advances on to the districts Saturday, March the 5th at Wright State University. That is how this sectional is laid out.
Nor may they take additional space in seats that have been purchased. In addition, all photographs and videos taken by...
And, Rick, we were talking about Mason and some other Division I teams going through
coaching purposes is strictly prohibited.
Earlier. You've got the Butler High School District, which may be the strongest team coming out of there, like we've said, would either be, it's probably Xenia. They played Troy tonight, or they played Troy on the 19th last night. I don't know if they won that game or not.
Well, we know Centerville won, we know Sydney won, and we know Xenia won.
So Xenia
those three moved on, right?
Okay.
And Centerville Centerville and Xenia are probably because Centerville's ranked 2, Xenia 5. That could be a toss-up. So
right.
Centerville, they were down at the end of the season, more than I would have expected them to be. You want teams to, there's nothing wrong with losing a game so that you know that you're not perfect.
Right.
But at the same time, you don't want to be losing at the end of the season because you go into the tournament, with sort of a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah. And Wayne, the number 1 overall seed in Division number 1, they are playing tonight at 5 o'clock as well at Trotwood Madison High School. They're taking on West Carrollton in just a few minutes shortly there. Also in that sectional, Beaver Creek and Piqua, Belmont, Greenville, and Stebbins. The winners, the first games there, they'll be played at Trotwood and Vandalia Butler High School, and then that is the Centerville sectional, so they will play the remainder of the games at Centerville.
Right, there are occasions where teams have been seeded, such as Fairfield, in this district, in this bracket, but they have to play at a different venue because they can't play in their own home venue.
Right.
Wayne has much the same thing in girls basketball. They're holding, the tournament at Wayne as one of the venues, and the Wayne girls, who are ranked number 1 in Dayton, they had to, and imagine that, the number 1 Wayne ranked girls team and the number 1 ranked Wayne boys team. Fantastic programs over there. Second, for 2 years in a row, runner-up in football. They've really come alive at Wayne as far as their sports programs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready for the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, and our starting lineups here on CampusNation.com.
The officials for tonight's games are Michael Brown, Mike Petticord, and Dave Sebring. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Fairfield High School. All fans are asked to respect the effort each of them has put forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administrating the contest, and of course your team and your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. And now, to honor America, please rise and join us in the playing of our national anthem. Lineups, beginning with the Wilmington Hurricane non-starters. Number 4, Mason McIntosh. Number 5, Nick Morris. Number 11, Curtis Goucher. Number 12, Willie Morris. Number 21, Lane Griffith. Number 22, Nate Parker. Number 23, Alex Wright. Number 31, Matthew Smith. Number 33, Dorian Taylor. Number 43, Jeffrey Mansfield. And now for the starting lineup. At guard, 5'9", senior number 3, Cameron Stewart. At forward, 6'4", senior number 10, Alex Miller. At guard, 5'9", sophomore number 32, Dylan Bogart. At guard, 6'5", senior number 34, Jaron Cumberland. And at forward, 6'6", junior number 44, Chris Woolery. Coached by Michael Rauska. Assisted by Nick Moles, David Washington, Jeremy Isaac, and Brian Long. And now for the Harrison Wildcats. Beginning with the non-starters. Number 11, Jason Reynolds. Number 12, Alex River. Number 14, Luke Deers. Number 20, Drew Banks. Number 24, Mitch Hogue. And number 50, Drew Lutz. And now for the Wildcats starting lineup. At guard, 6'1", junior number 5, Nick Vanderpool. At guard, 6'1", senior number 10, Griffin McMahon. At guard, 5'11", junior number 22, Gerald Smith. At forward, 6'7", junior number 30, Jacob Back. And at forward, 6'4", sophomore number 31, Frankie Young. Wildcats are coached by Andy Marks, assisted by Sam Hotop, Doug Hotop, AJ Blimes, and Brendan Walker.
Alrighty.
For those in attendance,
Wilmington is the away team on the scoreboard tonight, wearing their away uniforms, all black uniforms with orange, black, and white trim. White numbers, Wilmington across the chest. And Harrison wearing their home uniforms, all white, green numbers and letters with green trim. We're underway here. The ball up in the air. Tip goes to Wilmington. Dylan Bogart. Wilmington going from left to right on your computer screen, iPhones, tablets, anything and everything you're listening to us. Bogart gave it off to Cumberland. Right away, 2 points for Jaron Cumberland. And Wilmington drawing first blood. Gerald Smith gave it off to number 10, McMahon. Bad pass thrown away. Ball's going back to the Hurricane here early on. Fast start for Wilmington. This official down here saying it was tipped by Wilmington, so the ball will stay with the Wildcats. Harrison looking to inbound it. Get it into number 5, Vanderpool. Working against Dylan Bogart, trying to get it across half court. Bad pass thrown away. This one's going back to Wilmington.
Tried to do it twice.
Yep. Alex Miller will inbound. He'll get it into Dylan Bogart, and he'll bring it up the rest of the way up the floor. 7.5 minutes to go. First quarter of play. Bogart to Woolery. Cross court to Miller. Over to Cameron Stewart. Cameron Stewart gives it off to Miller. Wilmington running the floor. Cumberland over to Woolery. Back to Stewart. Now back over to Bogart in the left wing. Bogart looking to make something happen. Dribbles out on top. Gives it off to Miller. And everybody's trying to find a lane to get it inside. Cumberland with the ball. Gives it off to Miller inside. Goes up good for 2 points. Alex Miller. Wilmington with his full court press again. Ball gets inbound to Smith and gives back to Vanderpool. Double team. Back over to Smith. Smith finally gets it across half court, but it's stolen away by Cumberland. Cumberland nearly lost it on the basket. Layup good. 2 points for Cumberland. And a 30-second timeout will be taken by the Wildcats with 6:32 to go in our first quarter of play. Wilmington has opened up a 6-0 lead to begin our ball game this afternoon, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously Wilmington Hurricane basketball. It's what we expect, and we have not been disappointed thus far. Wilmington definitely, wanting to let them know right from the beginning, the get-go, that, we're going to do what we've always done, and that is we're going to press, we're going to trap, and we are going to make you turn the ball over. We're going to take it away from you. We're going to take it to the hoop.
You know, something else that's really kind of just a little stat here. Harrison's had 2 possessions, and they haven't even gotten the ball past half court yet. Inbound comes in to number 30, back. There you go, Vanderpool, other side. Got a block from behind by Stewart. 3-pointer is up, no good for number 5, Vanderpool. Here goes Cumberland. Coast to coast, no good. Rebounded by Miller outside to Stewart. Stewart over to Bogart for 3. No good on the 3-pointer. Miller with the board and a foul. Good hustle by Wilmington.
Foul is on number 10, Griffin McMahon.
McMahon charged with his first. Team's first, and Mitch Hogue is into the ballgame for the Wildcats now. Cameron Stewart gets it in to Woolery right away off the glass. 2 points for Chris Woolery. And Wilmington now on an 8-0 run to begin the game with 6 to go here in the first quarter. Smith got a tip stolen away by Bogart. Did the splits on the floor. Harrison got it back. Nice passing by Harrison. Layup is up and good for number 30 back. And there's the first points of the game for the Wildcats. Cumberland with the ball. Gives it off to Miller down low. Back outside to Woolery. Finding the lane. Got it lost out of bounds. Ball's going back to the Wildcats here. 5:33 to go in the first period. Wilmington 8, Harrison 2. Harrison trying to get it inbounded. They do to Smith. Smith will take it up the floor. Nearly got it stolen away. Back with the ball. Gives it back off to Smith. Smith gonna drive. Lost it. Stolen away by Cameron Stewart. And here go the Hurricane down the floor. Bogart, layup, good for Dylan Bogart. And another timeout will be taken by the Wildcats as Wilmington is in the lead 10-2 as they're on a 10-2 run here early on in this ball game with 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in our first quarter of play.
And, of course, we want to thank our sponsors. Wilmington Savings Bank is one of those. They were founded in 1890. They've been committed to serving and supporting the community for more than a century. Their goal has always been to be a resource for the people of Wilmington and to help them achieve their dreams. Over the years, the town of Wilmington has seen a lot of change. Business and families grow and change. Through it all, Wilmington Savings Bank has remained a constant in the community. So we want to thank Wilmington Savings Bank for helping you be able to watch Hurricane basketball here in the tournament.
Smith has the ball, dribbling it up the floor for the Wildcats. Still hasn't gotten across half court, being double teamed. Gives it off to Hogue. Nice passing here. 31 going up and a foul. It's going to be charged against Alex Miller. Number 31 was on the shot, Frankie Young, and he's going to go and shoot 2. That's the first team foul for Wilmington, and the first foul charged to Miller. Young shooting 2 for the Wildcats. First shot is up and no good. Into the ball game for Vanderpool for the Wildcats. Second shot here for Young is up and good. 10-3, Hurricane in the lead. Here goes Bogart. Right off the inbound, takes it down the floor on the right wing now. Little 2-3 zone defense being shown by Wildcats. Stewart, three-pointer in the corner. It is nothing but net for Cameron Stewart. First 3 of the ball game for either team, and it's Wilmington 13, Harrison 3. Smith gives it off to Hogue. Gives it to Young. Young has to get rid of it here. Gives it outside to Hogue. Over to Smith. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Gives it off to back over to Smith. On the drive, lost it, but he's fouled.
They want to take it to the hoop. Wilmington is denying them, even if they have to foul him.
Foul is on number 44, Chris Woolery, his first team second, and shooting two at the line, Gerald Smith. First shot is up, been no good.
Number 22, Gerald Smith at the line, shooting two.
Number 20 coming into the ball game for Harrison, Drew Banks, and also Jeffrey Mansfield for Wilmington. Second shot for Smith is up, been good. 2 of 4 from the line right now is the Wildcats. Bogard gives it off to Stewart. Kicks it out to Mansfield, but it's stolen away by Back. We'll give it off to Banks. Stolen right away, intercepted by Stewart. And the easy layup for Cameron Stewart is good. Stewart is all over the floor. Full court pass, intercepted by Miller. Whistle, and they're going to say Miller stepped on the line. So the ball will go back to Harrison. Hogue will inbound. Has to get it in. Just does. Got it into Banks. Over to Back. Up on top. Working around here. Smith with the ball. Nice pass, but it was too hot to handle. And Banks stepped on the line. And the ball is going back to the Hurricane. Chris Woolery back into the ball game for Wilmington. Bogard gets the inbound. He'll dribble up the floor. 3:38 to go first quarter. 15-4. Hurricane in the lead. Stewart to Bogard. Over to Woolery for three. No good. Cumberland tried to get a tip. Got it a rebound though. And the putback is good.
And a foul?
And a foul. I think there's going to be a foul against Cumberland after the basket. That's his first team's third.
34, Jared Cumberland, his first team's third.
Smith gets the inbound. Dribbling up the floor. Got to get rid of it. He does. Vanderpool over to Hogue. Hogue has to get rid of it. To Banks. Back to Smith. Now they're working their offense out on top. Smith working against Cumberland now. Smith gives it off to Banks. Charge is going to be called against Harrison, number 22, Smith. That's going to be his first and the team's second.
Offensive foul, number 22, Gerald Smith.
The ball's going back to the Hurricane now. Dylan Bogard will dribble up the floor. Wilmington slowing it down a bit here with 2:55 and counting to go in the first quarter. 17-4, Wilmington in the lead. Mansfield to Stewart. Gives it off back to Mansfield. Thought about a three. Now dribbling around the wing. Gives it off to Woolery to Bogard. Back to Woolery. Over to Mansfield. Wide open three. Takes the shot. No good. Rebounded by Woolery, but it's stolen away by Banks. Al Vanderpool gives it off to Back. Back nearly got it stolen away, and he gives it off to Vanderpool. Dribbling the ball out on top. Vanderpool gives it off. Banks in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Mansfield. Got his glasses ripped off his face. Cumberland for three on the other end of the floor. Nothing but net. Official timeout right now. Three-pointer by Cumberland is good. 2:09 left to go, first quarter of play. Wilmington 20 and Harrison 4. Ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Wildcats. Coming into the ball game, number 10, Griffin McMahon, coming in for the Wildcats. Mansfield gets it into Bogard. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Stewart with the ball on the left wing, gives it off to Bogart on the right. In the corner is Mansfield, gives it off to Woolery. Back outside, Stewart wide open three on the left wing is no good, but a foul. I believe this one is going to go against the Wildcats.
Foul is on number 20, Drew
That's Banks, his first team's third. Inbound to Woolery, shot right away is up and good, and Stewart was jumping up for the rebound and was caught by Cumberland there. Good teamwork.
Basket by number 44, Chris Woolery.
Griffin with the ball, McMahon gives it off to Banks. Bogart from behind with the steal to Cumberland. Easy layup for two. Back gets it in, gives it off to McMahon. Back to back. Over to Smith. Smith gonna drive, gave it off, stolen away by Cumberland. Here goes the Kane, Bogard. Oh, tried to find Woolery, but it's stolen away by Banks. Vanderpool now with it, got it tipped. Nearly stolen away by Bogard. Ball goes out of bounds though, and it'll be going back to Harrison.
Number 31, Frankie Young, in for the Wildcats.
31, Frankie Young, in for the Wildcats, and Nick Morris into the ball game for Wilmington. Inbound comes in the back. Give it back off to McMahon. McMahon takes it across half court. Nice passing. Vanderpool for two. It is up and good. The assist given to Young. Cameron Stewart with it. 42 seconds to go first quarter. Morris. Traveled. Had a nice lane to the basket. Just forgot to dribble. McMahon with the ball. Gets it into Smith. And a foul.
That was pretty quick.
That was a quick foul. I think that one's going to be against Morris. That's his first, team's fifth. Oh, team's fourth. Here goes Smith. Gave it off to Young. Young's in trouble. Gives it the back, and that's going to be a foul against Bogart. I thought that was all ball. It's going to be a reach. That's the team's fifth and Bogart's first.
32, Dylan Bogart, his first, team's fifth.
McMahon will inbound right in front of us. And Mansfield's going to steal it away for the Cane. Mansfield goes up. And that's going to be a charge against Jeffrey Mansfield. I don't agree with that one.
Foul is on number 43.
That's his first, team sixth.
First, team sixth.
23.3 seconds to go first quarter. 24-6. Wilmington's in the lead. Inbound to back. Gives it off to Smith. Dribbling around defenders. Gives it to Vanderpool with the lane. The shot block. But a foul. That's going to put Harrison in the bonus for the remainder of the half.
And that'll be two shots.
It's on Cameron Stewart, his first, team seventh. Shooting two, Nick Vanderpool. First shot for Vanderpool is up and good.
His first is good.
Cumberland back into the ball game. And number 24, Mitch Hogue for the Wildcats. Second shot for Vanderpool is no good. Rebounded by Cumberland. 12 seconds to go first quarter. Bogart with the basketball. Gives it off to Cumberland. 6 to shoot. Step back three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Back, and that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter of play. Wilmington out to a fast start already. A 24-7 lead over the Harrison Wildcats here live on CampusNation.com, the Sports Animal. Your home for high school and college sports. And Rick, why don't we give away a tanning package?
All right, so we know how this works. My number that you want to text to is 937-527-6674. And what you want to do is text me your name and your address, and we will take the first text.
Yep, first person to text in will win the tanning package.
His tanning package is from Town and Country Salon. Teresa Early, the proprietor there, and she wanted to be able to contribute to our broadcast tonight, so she's giving away a package in the first half and a package in the second half, and hopefully we'll get someone that, don't be afraid, go ahead and text in. If not, obviously we're going to give it to some person in our audience to make sure that someone walks away with the tanning package. So once again, the number is 937-527-6674. First person to text me
with your name and address,
we'll get the first tanning package.
All right. So to begin our second quarter now, Harrison will begin with the ball, down 24-7. McMahon gets it into Hogue. Hogue dribbling around, gets it across half court. Now he's in trouble, gives it to back. Hogue with the ball again. And a charge going to be called against Hogue. Mansfield did a good job taking that charge. That's his first. And the team's fourth. Here goes Bogard dribbling the ball up the floor. Bogard with the ball on top, gives it off to Miller. Miller back to Mansfield. Over to Cumberland. Shot. There's a foul before the shot.
So is it in the act of shooting? That's the question.
That's Nick Hogue's. Nope, that was before the shot. Nick Hogue's second and the team's fifth. Wilmington will inbound from underneath their own basket. Gets into Miller's shot. Right away is up and good for Alex Miller.
Wilmington never wastes time when it's an inbound like that in order to score. They go right to the basket.
Yep, they get the ball right into the post right away and score. Back gives it off to McMahon. McMahon gives it off to Back. Gives it off to Smith. Smith on the right wing. Now dribbles, gives it off. McMahon for three, up and good in the corner. Dylan Bogard gives it to Jeffrey Mansfield. To Stewart inside to Cumberland. Gives it off to Miller. Nice dish by Cumberland to Miller for two. We do have a winner for the tanning package. We'll announce that when we get a break in play.
All right. So you won't need to text me. We will be giving away other goodies here, so stay tuned.
Back outside, McMahon for another three. This one's no good. Rebounded by Hogue in the shot.
That was a nice follow-up there, AJ.
Good second chance basket there by Harrison. Bogard on the drive got fouled by number 22, Smith.
That was number 22, Gerald Smith, his second team.
You want me to figure it out for you, AJ? All right, it's Donna Berlin. Donna Berlin wins the 5-day tanning package from the likes of Teresa Early and Town and Country Salon, and they're, of course, at 1189 West Main Street in Wilmington, Ohio. And congratulations, Donna Berlin, and thank you for listening to Hurricane Basketball Tournament action right here from Fairfield High School.
All right, Harrison with the ball. Hogue gives it off to Smith. Smith back to Hogue. Hogue gonna drive, goes up with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Hogue, gets his own board, no good on the second chance shot. This one pulled down by Bogard. Smith hits the floor. Bogard throws it up court to Stewart, over to Cumberland. Step back three, no, that was a two, no good. Ball's loose, goes out of bounds. It's gonna go back to Harrison.
Number 5, Nick Vanderpool in for Harrison.
Again, the winner of the first tanning package is Donna Berlin. Vanderpool, coast to coast. Got it blocked by Cumberland. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Miller. Here goes Stewart down the floor to Cumberland for three. no good. Miller with the board. Gives it off to Bogard. Wilmington's kind of slowing it down a little bit here, up 28-12. Stewart with the ball in the left wing. Gives it off to Miller. Over to Cumberland. Thought about it. Yeah, he did. Nearly got it stolen away, too. Gives it off to Bogard. Mansfield.
I think the fans thought he was fouled.
And there's going to be a foul underneath.
Wilmington is, as usual, they travel exceptionally well, and we've got a great crowd here, Wilmington fans. And
right behind us, too.
That's right. We're on the Wilmington side, so to speak.
That's the first foul charged to Young, and the team's 7th, so Cumberland will be shooting a 1-and-1 as both teams are now in the bonus for the duration of the first half. Front end is up and good by Cumberland.
I was talking to Troy Deals earlier, our athletic director, and he was saying that the facility that we're in is about 20 years old, as is the facility that we have at Wilmington. And this is a really nice venue and very, very large. I don't know what their seating capacity is here, but this is great for watching basketball.
The second shot by Cumberland was missed. Now Vanderpool with the ball, but Cumberland steals it away, and he's going to take it all the way to the basket for an easy layup for 2. 4:40 to play in the first half. Wilmington up 31-12. Vanderpool gives it to McMahon. Shot up and good by McMahon.
That was nice.
Now Dylan Bogard, stop jumper. No good. Rebounded by Back. He gave it off to Smith. Smith with the ball for the Wildcats. Gives it to McMahon in the corner for 3. Up, no good. Rebounded by Bogard. And Bogard will look like he wanted to run with it, but he slows down. Gives it off to Miller. Turnaround jumper is up and no good. Rebounded by Young. Now Smith has the ball out on top. Gets it across half court. They're going to slow it down here, so it looks like they are. Young with the ball. Got blocked and stolen away on the pass by Miller. Stewart to Woolery for 2.
Nice. That was very nice. You know, most teams that see the Hurricane the first time, they're in shock. You know, the way that the Hurricane are so fast and so athletic and can jump so high.
Young with the basketball. Gives it off to Smith. Nearly a backcourt. His foot was like right on the outside of the line. Now Smith on the drive, dishes it out to Young. Young dishes it out to Back for 3. No good. Rebounded by Stewart and the Hurricane. Up the floor now. Cumberland. Shot is good and 1. Foul's going to be charged, I believe, to number 30. Jacob Back is first in the team's 8th, and now Cumberland has a chance for a 3-point play.
Number 34, Jaron Cumberland will go to the line to try to make it 3.
3-point play is completed.
The trifecta. Number 43.
Matt Smith coming into the ballgame for Wilmington.
Matthew Smith in for Wilmington.
3:11 to play in our first half. 36-14. Hurricane up by 22. Vanderpool gets it into Smith. Smith gave it off. The Banks tied up. Jump ball going to Wilmington. Good defense by Mansfield and the Hurricane.
Jump ball on the call.
Spot 4-3.
And bound to Dylan Bogard. He'll take it up to 4 for the Hurricane here. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Bogard gives it off to Smith. Gives it off to Mansfield. To Cumberland. 3-pointer at the top. Oh, the foul! So a rare 4-point play opportunity for Jaron Cumberland. Fouls on number 31, Frank Young, his second and the team's 9th. So Cumberland has a chance for a 4-point play. It's up. It's good. 4-point play by Cumberland.
Number 10,
Alex Miller back into the ball game for Wilmington. It's now 40-14, Wilmington in the lead. 2:46 to play in the first half. Smith gave it off to McMahon, to Banks, inside to Young. Could not save it from going out of bounds, and it's a turnover for Harrison. Miller inbounds it to Cameron Stewart, takes it up the floor. Stewart to Mansfield. Slowing it down a little bit here on the offensive side of the Hurricane. Mansfield to Stewart on the right wing. Stewart over to Smith. Back to Stewart. Three-pointer.
That was nice.
Nothing but net. A pretty shot for Cameron Stewart for three. And Miller nearly stole that one away on the inbound. The ball goes out of bounds.
And just a reminder, all our video will be available starting tomorrow afternoon on our website for 2 weeks. So you want to see this great game if you're at home, you'll be able to tune in tomorrow on our campusnation.com website, catch all the action.
Banks to Smith, back to Vanderpool, stolen away by Stewart. Run-up is good by Cameron Stewart. A pretty layup there, to say the least. Ball is thrown away on the inbound, going back to Wilmington. Now the Canes starting to run away with things.
Harrison's getting a little rattled. I think they're going to call a timeout.
We're going to get a timeout taken by Harrison, a full timeout with 1:52 to go in our first half of play. You're listening to live boys high school tournament basketball here on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
And just a reminder, of course, we are going to be giving away more goodies today. One of them is a gift certificate to Bogart's Southern Barbecue. Marty Bogart bringing you Hurricane sports all season long, and we certainly appreciate it. And he is sponsoring Hurricane basketball and tournament action. And of course, as always, during tournament, we give out these goodies, and part of it is some delicious barbecue from Bogart Southern Barbecue.
We'll be giving away that gift certificate at halftime in about 1:52.
Right, so stay tuned, and you've got the number. We'll mention it again, but I'm sure someone would like to have some a gift card for some delicious barbecue.
Is that a $25 gift certificate, Rick?
I'm not sure the denomination. It's at least 20. It may be 25. Last year, I think that, if I recall, it was 25. But any way you look at it, it's going to be enough to fill your tummy with some delicious barbecue.
All right, after the timeout, Wilmington with the ball. It was a kick on the inbound. Stay with the Cane. Stewart again. On the inbound, gets it into Mansfield. They'll hand it right back to Stewart. He'll dribble around up top, gives it off to Cumberland. Cumberland drives, puts up a shot. Good by Cumberland over everybody
How
for
did he
two.
make that shot?
I don't either. Vanderpool now inbounds it to Smith. 1:30 left to play in our first half. 47-14. Bad pass. Thrown all the way out of bounds by Harrison. The ball will be going back.
I think Harrison is certainly rattled in the least.
Inbound comes into Cameron Stewart. Bogart back into the ball game for the Hurricane. 47-14 again the score. Harrison on one heck of a scoring drought right now too. Miller with the ball in the left wing. Gives it to Bogart on top. Back to Stewart. Nice pass to Miller inside by Stewart. 2 points for Alex Miller.
Alex Miller.
Final minute of the first half now. Smith with the ball. Gives it off. Vanderpool to McMahon. Bad pass. Going back to the Cane.
That Wilmington pressure.
Wilmington is forcing them right now to get rid of the ball way before they want to.
It's not like they haven't done it all year to all their opponents.
Right. Bogart slowing it down on the offensive side, dribbling it on top. To Stewart. Back to Bogart. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Stewart and Bogart playing catch. Back to Stewart. Back to Bogard, 23 seconds. Back to Stewart. A hush is falling over the crowd. Cumberland with the ball.
You can cut the tension with a knife, right?
Oh, yep, there goes Cumberland. Drives, shot, no good. Rebound by Matt Smith. Gives it to Miller. Jumper. Good by Miller. Vanderpool puts up a prayer at the buzzer, and that's going to do it for the end of our first half of play. Wilmington right now is on pace to go over 100. They lead it at the half, 51-14 over the Harrison Wildcats in boys high school basketball tournament action. Well, since it's halftime, Rick, I think we're going to give away our second gift certificate.
This gift certificate, or gift card, as you will, is from Bogard Southern Barbecue, and we're going to look for the first person that will call in to text in 937-527-6674. 937-527-6674. Bogard's Delicious Barbecue, and the only prerequisite to this is you got to take me with you. Please. I'm going to write these down as they come in. Oh, okay. And let's see.
She just texted in again.
No, Donna, you're only eligible for one. She's got some fast fingers, though. No, hey, she came in for. Oh no, that's the same phone. Tanning and barbecue.
Yeah,
that would be a pretty sticky situation, wouldn't it?
Yeah. One prize per text message.
Well, that was one prize per text message.
Right, you know what I mean.
Right.
Still looking for another winner.
She says darn. Good try, Donna. Good try. Come on, don't be shy, folks. You know, a lot of people, it is surprising, even last year, we talked to a lot of people and they'd say, well, I thought about, texting in, but at the same time, I was just afraid that, it was going to be for naught because somebody was going to beat me to the punch. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Wilmington Hurricane Tournament basketball action. The Harrison Wildcats right here from Fairfield High School in Fairfield, Ohio. We've got some halftime stats, don't we?
Yes, we do. So at the half right now for Harrison, leading the way with just 5 points is number 10, Griffin McMahon with 3 points. Nick Vanderpool with two players with 2 points. That'd be Jacob Back and Mitch Hogue. And with 1 point, we've got Drew Banks and Frankie Young. Harrison just shot 5 of 14 in that first half from the field, 35%. Made 1 3-pointer. They were 1 of 6, and they just made 3 of their 6 free throws in that first half of play. For Wilmington, obviously leading the way right now with 23 points is Jaron Cumberland. 2 players with 10 points, Cameron Stewart and Alex Miller. Wilmington shot out an outstanding 22 of 34 from the field, 64%. For the three-pointers, Wilmington was 4 of 10 from three-point land, and they were 3 of 4 from the charity strike this afternoon. Wilmington has 35 points off turnovers to just 3 for Harrison. 9 second chance points for Wilmington. Wilmington right now is averaging 1.5 points a possession. Harrison under a point every possession. Wilmington scored 24 points in the first, 27 points in the second quarter, and Harrison scored 7 points in each of the 2 quarters. The largest lead, obviously, is 37, which it is right now, 51-14 at the half. 5.5 minutes until the second half gets going. We're going to take a quick break here for just a few minutes. Don't forget to text in to get you some delicious barbecue. A Bogart Southern Barbecue coupon gift certificate.
The number is 937-527-6674. Still haven't had anyone text in, and I don't have the gift cards here, so it's not like we can give them out to the immense crowd that is here. If we don't get someone texting in for barbecue, then we obviously are going to have to award it to you and I.
Yeah.
We'll go over there and have us some barbecue.
Wilmington right now is out rebounding Harrison 13-10. Wilmington with 6 offensive boards to just 3 for Harrison.
Yeah, I would say Wilmington is no doubt dominating this game so far. And of course, we've seen it many, many games before, all through the regular season, particularly the SCOL. But most teams that they face up against, they blow them out of the arena. And, since it's tournament, it's not like you want to back off any,
Right.
They're going to keep the pedal to the metal. They have to keep the momentum because they're going to be facing much tougher teams when they get into the tournament in the second, third, fourth rounds. As teams start to get whittled down and eliminated, the teams that you're playing are going to be immensely better. And you've got to make sure that you're always running on all gears in order to stay sharp.
Right now, a couple players that are in foul trouble. There are a few players with just 1 foul apiece for Wilmington. But for Harrison, we've got 3 players right now with 2 fouls. Gerald Smith, Mitch Hogue, and Frankie Young, all with 2 fouls right now for the Wildcats. Again, the winner of this ball game plays on Tuesday, February the 23rd, here live from Fairfield High School against number 19 Princeton. The game to follow this one, number 9 Kings taking on number 18 Little Miami at approximately 8 p.m. here live from Fairfield High School. That was a pretty quick first half. It's not even 5:45 yet.
I would say that the game to follow, the 2 teams that are in that game are probably going to be one of the 2 teams that will face Wilmington third game in if Wilmington hangs around.
In the sectional final?
Yeah, and of course we know they're going to be here, so we got their ticket punched to the state this year.
Why don't you go ahead, Rick, tell everyone about our other sponsors besides Bogart and Town & Country Salon.
Yeah, we want to once again thank all our sponsors. When we get into tournament action compared to the regular year, we have to pay in order to be able to bring you these games. So we have to go to the community and we have to get sponsors that are willing to donate, to contribute, and to be able to help us bring these games to you. And Wilmington Savings Bank in Wilmington, Ohio is one of those entities. We want you, if you're there, stop in and thank them for contributing and helping us bring you this game. Also, Brian out at Route 73 Homes. Brian, he's an East Clinton graduate, but he does business here in Wilmington, and he is also helping us bring you this game. Route 73 Homes can help you with a new home. They can add a garage, a pole barn. They can do a patio. They can help you with everything from, the laying of the foundation, the sales, the installation, everything right up to, to giving you the keys to your new home. They do garages, decks, porches, all kinds of things. So give Brian a call over there at Route 73 Homes. It's 937-725-6213. About 73 homes. And Teresa Early is giving away our tanning packages for our event today. Teresa owns Town & Country Salon right there across from Bill Marine Ford on the west side of Wilmington. And we'll be giving a tanning package away here in the second half. We still have had no one text me for delicious barbecue. I don't know if maybe
might have to give it to Donna if no one texts that.
Oh, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to think that she wins by default. She probably wouldn't care, right?
Right.
But anyway, so once again, Bogard's gift card, 937-527-6674. Give me a text. And Donna, you can always, you can put someone else up to calling on a different phone and giving us a different name, and you can have a winner there.
Yeah.
I would like to take, the time to say that we never did get our sweet potato pie that Marty promised us.
All right, second half is underway. Harrison with the inbound. They're going left to right now. On your computer screens, tablets, iPhones, anything and everything, you're listening to us here live from Fairfield Arena at Fairfield Senior High. Vanderpool with the ball in the wing, gives it to Smith. Three-pointer in the corner, up no good. Rebounded by Cumberland. And here come the Cane now right in front of us. Cumberland gets fouled on the pass.
Fouls on number 5. Nick Vanderpool is first. Team's first.
Vanderpool's first and the team's first. Inbound to Woolery. Two-pointer right away off the glass. Easy points for Wilmington. Now McMahon with the ball. Gives it off to Young. Back to McMahon. Three-pointer from the wing. Up and good.
That was
nothing
nice.
but net. And Woolery now going to have three of his own. Up no good. Rebounded by Bogard. Goes up with his shot. No good. Rebounded by Frankie Young and the Wildcats. McMahon with the ball for Harrison, gives it off to Vanderpool. Over to back, up on top. Back will give it off to Smith. Back to Vanderpool, back to Smith. Trying to find a lane, kicks it out to McMahon. Now gives it to back. Hands it off to Vanderpool, over to Smith. Back to Vanderpool, three-pointer over. Stewart is up and no good. Rebounded by Bogard. Bogard tried to give it off to Stewart, but it's stolen away by Vanderpool. Thrown up the floor. Smith pulls it down, gives it to Young. Back to McMahon. Drive, kick. Ball's loose, goes out of bounds, and will stay with Harrison.
Well, it's interesting. It'll be interesting at least to see whether or not there were any halftime corrections that the Wildcats made. Obviously, Wilmington running on all cylinders. Doesn't look like there's much they have to worry about.
53-17. Smith inside the back outside to Smith. Three is up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a foul against Harrison for pushing Woolery.
Probably trying to get around him in order to save the ball from going out.
That's Frankie Young's third, team second.
Number 5, Nick Morris for Wilmington.
Nick Morris into the ball game now for the Hurricane, as Bogard will bring the ball up the floor for Wilmington. Gives it off to Cumberland. Cross court to Stewart. Inside to Bogard. Back outside. Cumberland for three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Frankie Young and the Wildcats. He'll hand it off to Smith, and Smith will take it the rest of the way up the floor.
Oh, nice play.
Good job by Cumberland to save the ball from going out of bounds. Bounce it off a Harrison player and get the turnover. So the ball is going back to the Cane. And Bogard got the inbound from Miller and dribbles up the floor. Gives it off to Stewart. 2-3 zone by Harrison. To Morris. Morris to Bogard. Got it stolen. Frankie tried to save it from going out of bounds and bounced that one off of Bogard, but missed, and the ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Wilmington. Into the ball game, Alex Wright, number 23 for Wilmington. Stewart gets it into Cumberland. Cumberland throws it off to Morris. Gives it back to Cumberland on the right corner to Stewart. Trying to get it into Miller, and it's stolen away by Back. He'll give it off to Vanderpool. Vanderpool nearly got that one stolen away. Foul. I think that one's going to be against Cumberland. Yep. That'll be his second and the team's first. Into the ball game, number 24, Hogue for the Wildcats. Hogue trying to get it in, just does, to McMahon. McMahon back to Hogue, over to Vanderpool, back to Hogue, trying to find a lane to the inside. Now Smith with it in the right corner. Gives it off to Hogue, trying to find somebody in the post. Vanderpool for three, though, is up and no good, rebounded by Cumberland. And Jaron gives it off to Morris, nearly lost that one out of bounds. Now gives it off to Cameron Stewart over here, right in front of us, cross court to Cumberland. Gives it off to Morris, jumper, but a whistle. And Morris is going to get called for a travel. He made the three, though. Doesn't count, though. 4:32 to go, third quarter of play. Wilmington 53, Harrison 17. Cumberland nearly stole that one away.
We do have someone that texted in.
Smith with the ball.
Missy Watson. Missy, just text me back with your address so that we'll know where to send the gift card. Missy Watson. She is a listener that has won some Bogart's barbecue.
A travel against Hogue, and the ball goes back here to the Hurricane.
We're starting to get all kinds of texts here, AJ. We must have opened a Pandora's box here.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so we have the barbecue awarded. Missy needs to text me back with her address so that I've got the address to send the gift card to.
Alex Miller with the ball on the wing. Gives it to Stewart inside. Stolen away by Vanderpool. Running with it. Coast to coast. Good. First points here in a couple minutes for either team. Cameron Stewart to Cumberland. Back to Stewart. On the drive. Kicks it back out to Cumberland for three. Yes! Nothing but net for Jaron Cumberland.
Right in front of our camera.
3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. 56-19. Wilmington in the lead. Smith missed on the shot. Ball still loose. Rebounded by Stewart finally. 1-on-2. Stewart going to take it. Coast to coast. Missed the shot. The tip is no good. Rebounded by Hogue. And a foul against Wilmington. That's going to be against Wright. His first, team's second. Hogue will inbound. Right next to us. Gets it into Smith. Ball's loose. Smith picks it back up, and Morris steals it away for the Hurricane. Morris going to take it to the hole. No good.
Got a foul.
Yep, a foul against Harrison. Good job by Morris on defense there to steal that one away.
Quite the pickpocket he was.
It's Mitch Hogue's third, and the team's third. Inbound comes in to Wright for two, no good. Rebounded by Hogue. Gives it off to Smith, nearly stolen away by Stewart though, and Hogue has to pick it right back up. Gives it to Banks, back to Hogue. Wilmington not letting up on defense, playing man-to-man. Hogue gives it to Banks in the corner for three. That one is stuck, and it's a jump ball. It's going to go to Wilmington, though. Haven't seen that happen a lot.
Not too often, but I've seen it a few times just this year.
Cumberland with the basketball, takes it across half court, throws it off to Stewart right in front of us. Stewart to Cumberland. Tried to go inside to Miller, and it's stolen away by Hogue. They'll throw it off to Smith, and Smith will take it up the floor. Still 56-19. Hurricane in the lead. Pass, reverse layup is good by Banks.
That was a real nice pass.
Now it's 56-21, under 2 minutes to play in our third quarter of play. Wilmington still with a huge lead. Stewart gets the rock for a long three, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Smith's gonna run. Put it up, got a block with a foul.
That'll be a 2-point shot.
That one's gonna be against Cumberland. That's number 3 for him.
Fouls number 34, Jaron Cumberland.
That's his third and the team's third. Shooting 2 will be Gerald Smith.
Smith at the line, shooting 2.
All right, Missy, we've gotten your address, so we thank you, and thank you for listening to Campus Nation and Hurricane Basketball.
First shot was up, no good. Goucher for Wilmington into the ball game. Second shot for Smith is up, no good as well. Rebounded by Cumberland.
They need every point they can get.
Still 56-21. Wilmington in the lead. 1:35 to go in the third. Goucher with the ball. Gives it to Stewart. Stewart to Nick Morris. Back to Goucher. Inside to Miller. Back outside to Morris. Over to Goucher. Back to Stewart. Now over to Cumberland. Nice pass to Morris. Jumper. Good!
Nice.
Good job by Cumberland to dish it off there, too. Get the assist.
Great assist.
58-21 now. Smith with the ball. Gives it off to Banks for 3. That one is good. His last three-pointer got stuck. Now Cameron Stewart dribbles up the floor for the Hurricane. Gets it across half court and he'll throw it off to Cumberland. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Goucher gives it off Morris. Turnaround jumper. Good by Nick Morris.
Heating up.
Yes, he is. Hogue has to get it in. Gets it into Smith. Gets it right back to Hogue. Good pressure by Wilmington's defense. Hogue gives it to Banks inside. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Harrison's back, and he's fouled on the shot. That one's going to be against Alex Miller, his second, team's fourth. 17.4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. First shot for back is up and no good. Into the ball game, number 14, Deers.
Wildcats just are not hitting their free throws.
Second one is good to make it 60-25. Cumberland has the rock. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Last shot.
Yep. Makes his move. Goes up. And no, he traveled.
Oh, okay.
So now at 3.7 seconds left. Harrison has a chance at a last second shot. Back gets it in, gives it right back to Hogue. Half court shot is up and no good. And at the end of the third quarter of play, our score, Wilmington 60 and Harrison 25. You're listening to live tournament basketball here on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. And I believe we have one more tanning package to give away here, Rick.
I can't use it? You know, I've never been in a tanning bed, AJ.
It's very relaxing, man. You can take a nap in there.
I bet you can. Well, anyway, Teresa Early at Town & Country Salon has given us these tanning packages to give out throughout tournament action. She is at across from Bill Marine Ford, right there on West Main Street in Wilmington, Ohio. And this tanning package is for 5 free tanning sessions. $27.50 is its value. So you can text me at 937-527-6674. The next person to text will receive the tanning package from Town & Country Salon.
And we've already had Donna Berlin win the first tanning package, Missy Watson win the the Bogart's Barbecue gift card. So don't be afraid to text in, folks. You can win some good things. We have one more gift card to give out here in this quarter. All right. Harrison has the ball to begin the fourth and final quarter. Inbound comes in to number 31. Frankie Young working against Woolery. To number 14, Deers, over to McMahon. Gives it off to Banks, back to McMahon. Back to Banks, back to Hogue. Spinning his way to the hoop, and he is fouled.
Fouls on number 33, Torian Taylor, his first, team's fifth. Number 24, Mitch Hogue.
Taylor charged with his first. Dorian Taylor, team's fifth. First shot up and good by Hogue.
His first is good.
Got a winner. All she's got to do is send in her address.
Jacqueline Ford is the winner of the tanning package, our second tanning package. Jacqueline, text me back with your address so that we'll know where to send the certificate. We certainly appreciate you listening to Hurricane Sports on CampusNation.com.
All right. After a turnover by Wilmington, Harrison with the basketball. It's Deers, number 14. Gives it off to Young. Over to Banks, three-pointer in the corner. That one's up, no good. Rebounded by Taylor, but a foul. I believe that's going to be an over and back. Over the back.
Push from behind. Remember?
Yeah.
Joe Davis.
Actually, that's going to be against Hogue, his fourth and the team's fourth. So ball stays with Wilmington. Here's Dylan Bogart. Gives it off to Mansfield. Mansfield to Woolery. Woolery to Bogart. To Taylor. Jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Banks and the Wildcats here. 60-27. 6:54 to go in our game. Hogue gives it to Banks. Kicks it outside. Three-pointer up.
Oh, that was
good
nice
by McMahon.
That was from downtown.
Yeah, it was. Other end, Matt Smith with a basket of his own.
So Wilmington's not letting them get a breath. They're coming back and they're letting them know we're not going to let you get ahead of us.
Yep, 32-point lead for Wilmington. That shows on the scoreboard too. 62-30.
Oh,
shot by McMahon is no good. Ball's loose. Goes out of bounds.
It wasn't just a couple steps. I mean,
You heard the crowd go, oh, too, like it didn't get called.
Well, these Hurricane fans are very knowledgeable. You know, they know what's going on, and they know the rules.
Bogart, jumper, no good. Rebounded by Taylor, and the King gives it back out to Matt Smith. The Mansfield to Smith for three. No good. Rebounded by Mansfield. Jumper, no good. Tip, no good. Rebounded by Mansfield. And the fourth chance shot, no good. So we do have an address for Jacqueline Ford. Thank you very much for texting in. You'll be receiving your 5 free tanning sessions, and thank you again for listening to CampusNation.com.
And we are heating up the barbecue to give away in the fourth quarter, so we'll let you know.
Here shortly.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
I know, right? So Mansfield will be shooting 2 after getting 3 offensive boards in a row. First shot for Mansfield is up and good.
Number 43, Jeffrey Mansfield at the line, shooting 2. His first is good.
Second shot for Mansfield. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 10, McMahon, in the Wildcats. 63-30, 5:45 left to go in the game. Young with the ball for the Wildcats. Gives it off to Smith. And that one's thrown away. Tried to fit it in the back. Thrown away out of bounds. Lane Griffith into the ball game for Wilmington, number 21. Emptying out the bench, so to speak. Bogart with the inbound, and he'll drive up the floor. Gives it to Mansfield. Gives it off to Griffith. To Smith. To Bogard. Nope, stolen away by Young. And the Wildcats. Gives it off to Smith. To Banks on the drive. Got it blocked from behind by Woolery. And a bad pass. Got it stolen away by McMahon. Now Young inside. The shot no good. But a foul.
Once again in the act of shooting. You know, it's good that Coach Noska is getting in some of these subs so that they get tournament action. It's totally different than regular season.
Yeah.
And he's getting them in early. He's taking this opportunity to make sure that they are battle-tested and ready in the event that they're going to be needed in the future.
Number 5, Nick Vanderpool.
First shot is up and good. Second one is no good. Rebounded by Mansfield. 5 minutes to play. Bogard kicks it out to Griffith. Back to Bogard. Gives it off to Mansfield. 4:45 to go. Smith is fouled.
Put his knee out as he was trying to go around the corner. Pretty obvious trip.
That's on number 31. Young is fourth. Team sixth. So that's just the sixth. It's an inbound.
Right in front of us.
So Wilmington with possession. One more will put him in the bonus. Bogard with the inbound. Gives it off to Mansfield. Mansfield to Matt Smith, to Bogard, to Griffith, lost it, stolen away, and a foul.
A little sloppy here.
Yeah, I think that one's on Lane Griffith. That's his first, team seventh, so now it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Vanderpool.
Lane Griffith is first, team 7. Number 5, Nick Vanderpool at the line, shooting 1-and-1.
So it'll remain to be seen whether the Wildcats can take advantage of their free throws here.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Vanderpool. Second shot, good as well. So Vanderpool was perfect on that one. 30-point lead, 63-33. Bogard with the ball, 4:23 to go in the game. And that one's going to be stolen away by Smith. And bad pass by Smith trying to fit it into McMahon, and the ball goes back to the Hurricane.
AJ, I think the barbecue is heated up, so we probably should go ahead and let everybody know. They can dial 937-527-6674 for our last barbecue gift card tonight.
And Bogard misses a three, rebounded by Young. He's going to dribble down the floor, kick it off to Vanderpool for two. Bogard, jumper, that one's short, rebounded by Smith. And now Smith's going to take it himself, but a foul is going to be called against Griffith, his second, team's eighth.
Fouls on number 21, Lane Griffith, his second, team's eighth. Number 22, Gerald Smith will go line shoot 2.
First shot for Smith is up and no good.
Number 22, Nate Parker, and number 33, Dorian Taylor, in for the Hurricane.
Taylor and Parker into the ball game for Wilmington. Second shot for Smith is up, no good. Rebounded by Woolery. And Bogard has the ball going up the floor. Gives it off to Mansfield. Mansfield to Bogard. 3:15 to go. 35-63. Wilmington the lead. Parker for three. Nothing but Barker. Now Vanderpool other end. Good for three himself.
Number 5, Vanderpool.
Now Bogard tried to give it off, no good. Pulled down by Banks. Now Vanderpool with the ball. Gives it off to Smith. Back to Vanderpool for another three. That one is good by Vanderpool. He's heating up. And it's now 66-41. Bogart has to waste a timeout trying to get the ball inbounded. No one came back to help. So with 2:35 to go in the game, it is Wilmington 66 and Harrison 41.
Rashawn Bart? Okay, you are our winner of our barbecue gift card. Rashawn, you just need to text me your address so that we'll know where to send the gift card. Rashawn Bart is the winner of the fourth and final, I guess you could say, giveaway tonight on tonight's game. And of course, at every game, we'll be doing the very same. We always like to reward our listeners. So Rashawn, just text us with your address, and we'll make sure we get that right out to you. We want to thank everybody for listening, and everybody that texted in and participated in our giveaways here. And of course, as usual, you'll be able to see our full video for 2 weeks starting tomorrow on our website. So you'll be able to see what maybe you weren't able to see because you listened at home right here live on campusnation.com on demand tomorrow.
All right, after the Wilmington timeout, Bogart has the basketball with 2.5 to go here in the game and a 66-41 Hurricane lead. Mansfield to Bogart. Kicks it back outside, Mansfield. To Woolery. Gives it off, Mansfield. Offensive foul.
Foul is on number 33, Dorian Taylor.
That's on Taylor, his second, team's ninth, so ball goes back to Harrison. Deers with the ball. Gives it to Rudder. To Banks. To number 50. Not on the roster.
Oh, he's fouled.
Basket was good and a foul.
The three-pointer is good.
That's a three-pointer.
Chance for 4.
Number 32, Dylan Bogart is second.
That's Bogart's second, team's 10th. So Vanderpool with the three and gets fouled. Wilmington pulls all their starters off.
Rashawn, thanks for sending in your address. We'll get that gift card for Bogart's Southern Barbecue out to you. And once again, we want to thank everybody for listening to campusnation.com and Wilmington Hurricane basketball.
4-point play was good. Sorry about that, Rick.
That's right.
Now into the
I got to get back to my camera.
Number 21, Wayne Griffith. Number 11,
Goucher.
Number 12, Willie Morris. Number
Willie Morris.
Macintosh, and number 5, Nick Morris.
Lane Griffith to Goucher. Gives it off to Keith for 2, no good. Rebound pulled down by Banks. Vanderpool's all alone down the floor. Easy 2 is no good. Rebounded by Lutz. Turnaround, no good. Rebound finally pulled down by Keith. This one's going to be stolen away by Vanderpool, though. Easy 2 this time is good. And now Keith will bring it up the floor for the Hurricane. 1 minute to go in the game, 66-47. Wilmington's in the lead. Griffith. To Keith. And a foul. So a 1-and-1 opportunity upcoming.
Foul is on number 14, Luke Deers, his first. Team 7. Number 11, Jason Reynolds. Number 44 into the game for Harrison.
Front end was airballed. Ball's going back to Harrison here, 66-47, 42.8 seconds left to go. As Deers will bring it up. Gives it to number 44, McElroy. Inside Lutz, back outside, man, McElroy for two, no good. Ball's still loose, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Harrison.
They were moving the ball around well.
Yeah. McElroy gives it off to Lutz. Turn around, hook shot is up and good. 66-49 now, 12 seconds left to go. Morris with the ball. Dribbling around here, just trying to dribble out the time. Griffith with it. 2 seconds, and that's going to do it, folks. Your number 3rd ranked team in the state, Wilmington, winning their first tournament game of the year, 66-49 over the Harrison Wildcats. Here live from Fairfield High School. They advance and will play on Tuesday night here from Fairfield against number 19 Princeton at 8 and 12. Wilmington going to 22-1 on the year. We got one more game that'll be played here later on this evening, which will be Kings against Little Miami, and in just a couple hours at 8 o'clock.
Right. They'll clear everyone out and reset. But anyway, of course, we will be here for Tuesday night's game. Charlie Hargrave and I will come down with probably Roger, since we have no further college games that we're going to be broadcasting. Right now, it's sort of a lull between the winter sports and the spring sports.
Yep.
So right now, what we have is obviously tournament sports. Just waiting for the stats here.
Yep. So again, our winners of our gift certificates, the first tanning package went to Donna Berlin. The second tanning package went to Jacqueline Ford. And the 2 Bogart's barbecue gift cards will go to Missy Watson, and they will go to Rashawn Bart. He sent in our address. Again, we want to thank everybody who texted in to today's game. And we appreciate everyone who listens to campusnation.com. We appreciate everyone who texted in and listens, and all of our sponsors that we had for our tournament action games.
Right, and once again, those sponsors, Bogart's Southern Barbecue, and of course, Wilmington Savings Bank.
Thank you.
And Route 73 Homes, Brian there on Route 73. And of course, we want to thank Teresa Early for the tanning packages that we gave out during the girls' tournament game, and also the first game of the boys' tournament game. So all some great sponsors. Let them know how much you appreciate them helping bring Hurricane basketball during the tournament season, when we're obviously paying to do these broadcasts, and we get their support and their help so that we can bring them to you. Got some stats there, AJ?
Yep, all right, some final stats for Harrison tonight with 21 points. Nick Vanderpool, and with 11 points, Griffin McMahon. They shot a total of 42.1% from the field. They were 16 of 38, 7 of 19 from three-point land, and just 10 of 19 from the line. Wilmington shot an even 50%, 28 of 56. They shot 6 of 18 from three-point land, and were 4 of 7 from the free throw line. For Wilmington scoring tonight, 10 points, 9 assists for Cameron Stewart, 10 points for Alex Miller, who also had 5 boards to go along with those 10 points, and also leading the way, Jaron Cumberland, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals on the day. Wilmington out-rebounded Harrison 31-26. And again, your final score this evening was Wilmington 66 and Harrison 49. Wilmington only scored 9 points in the third quarter and 6 points in the fourth quarter. Harrison had a big fourth quarter, scoring 24 points.
And we want to thank our host, Fairfield High School, for giving us the great facilities and all their support to make this broadcast possible as well. So, once again, a big shout out to Fairfield High School and the fine facility that we were able to use here for this great tournament action. I guess Charlie tried to call in. He was probably going to update us on the game that we did earlier at Wilmington College. I didn't get the final score of that because obviously we were setting up for this game. But AJ, your first tournament boys basketball game on Campus Nation. What did you think?
No, I mean, same old Wilmington, man. Just watching them. I mean, they're the best. I'll tell you what, they're going to be really deep in this tournament for sure. They should be playing in the Schottenstein Center.
I agree with you. I think that it's entirely possible this year is the year for Wilmington, and obviously time will tell. But I think that we've seen that they certainly have the following, and Hurricane basketball fans were in great attendance tonight. So from Fairfield High School in Fairfield, Ohio. This is Rick Phillips with AJ Ganger. We want to thank everybody for listening. And as we say when we end most of our broadcasts, unless I forget, go King.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.